A Central Coast family is in a desperate search for their missing child, and local law enforcement working every day to bring 5-year-old Kyle Doan home. Kyle went missing the morning of January 9th when the vehicle he and his mother were in was overtaken by floodwaters on their way to Lillian Larsen Elementary in San Miguel. San Luis Obispo County Sheriff's deputies are not backing down as they continue to search the Salinas riverbed and areas of the San Marcos Creek. I sat down with Sheriff Ian Parkinson to ask him about the search efforts and where it goes from here, 11 days since his mother watched him disappear into raging floodwater. A parent's worst nightmare, watching your child disappear, swept away by a rushing river and nothing you can do.
I saw his head kind of floating and he was looking at me because he was going backwards for a little bit.
And that was the last time his mom, Lindsay, or anyone else would see 5-year-old Kyle Doan. Search and rescue personnel, specially trained Sheriff's Office dive team members, and hundreds of others, including the California National Guard, have combed the banks of San Marcos Creek and the Salinas River for signs of Kyle. San Luis Obispo County Sheriff Ian Parkinson says they have no plans to stop until he's found.
You know, from our perspective, that we want to bring him home. And the family obviously is absolutely heartbroken. So any reasonable steps that we can take in order to do that is really our goal at the end of the day.
A couple of dozen officers, along with drone pilots and CHP helicopter crews, continue their efforts every day. Community members are desperate to help, but Parkinson is urging people to stay away and let law enforcement do their job.
We're taking very methodical searches. Search and rescue dive team, we're recording everything we've searched and tagging it and then monitoring it for condition changes. If somebody were to go out there and start pulling up piles and moving things, it's almost a repeat effort for us.
He cautions it's not the number of searchers, but the weather and river conditions that are hampering the search.
We do have enough personnel. We did have a mutual aid case number pulled with the state. That is what produced the dive teams from the other counties. It produced a large contingent from CAL FIRE. The Army National Guard was out to help. And so we have the ability to secure personnel. The challenge still is the water levels. Our hope is that we'll have significant opportunity this weekend, and we're planning a fairly major operation this weekend to reach all those areas. So you'll see a very large contingent out this Saturday and Sunday.
But with every passing day, hope fades. When do you start to scale this back?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, the answer I'd really like to say is that we'd scale it back when we find them. But realistically, when we've exhausted what we believe are all reasonable efforts,